from the beginning of the game, even before leaving my hotel to the stadium, and even arriving to Ghana yesterday morning, I knew that I'm coming to Ghana in Friday game. No coach will come to a game to say I'm going to lose. You have to come with your objective, but you should be realistic as a coach. You should know that yes, this is not an easy game to win. You have to play your tactic, your strategies. Our tactical strategy worked very well in the first half. So we know exactly that the first half strategy worked. But in the second half, the team with a little bit changes of the strategy. So Ghana take the advantage of our own mistakes. So we are second. We will learn from that. I'm very satisfied because we played good football today. We did not make a lot of mistakes, but we played good football. And at least see us coming down from 3-0 to score a goal is big for them. And the first half is big for them. So we'll capitalize on that and work hard and get better for the next time. I think a winner have no spirit to tell. A loser have no spirit to tell. So maybe we'll work on that, as you said, but today we lost. So every mistake is a mistake. But Ghana makes our mistakes too. So there are mistakes, not mistakes, you're the one. But what I would tell you is that we are going back to the drawing board, and as we always do, we always learn from our mistakes, we cover our mistakes, and we come forward with it. So I trust you will work on that. Thank you.
Thank you.
That's about mistakes, and take the game and move forward with that.
Your player did not petition the decline Roosevelt. When he came on in the second half, I could see that he was doing a lot of damage. Why did you decide to keep him on the bench? And then secondly, you said the pitch. I think there's going to see him back in Liberia.
I said the pitch was not good for both teams because it rained and we were muddy. And sometimes the control was not good. That's what I mean. But if you say we don't have good pitch back home,
I'm asking you whether you don't have similar pitch.
No, similar pitch for now, no. We have artificial pitch.
And then the first question is about
the first one is very young player, and it was not because we kept him there because we overlooked him or we have confidence in him. No, we were trying other players. I would go to the team so we can know. And I had another young player who was just 16 years old. He was warming up to come to the game. By the time the referee said, no, our changes were over. Or else I was trying to try him too, but trust me, he's better too like Divan. So at least we're happy that Divan can step up now. So the next coming game, we have trust him to play. No, that's good.
Yes. Coach, as you come.
I'm not complaining about the pitch. I'm just saying that the pitch did not help the both team to play good football today. I want to see more better football than this. You yourself, two of us. So the one was not given the chance to play. But I didn't contact the pitch. The pitch was on both sides. It's just that we want to have more better football so we can learn more from Ghana and Ghana can learn more from us to go vice versa. That's what I mean. We can work on. Have a perspective. And two, Ghana been a better side for a long time. Like Liberia too, we are our better side. And we have beaten Ghana before, Ghana have beaten us. So it's on both sides. But today game, it does not mean that Ghana was over superior to us. One, Ghana was playing at home. That's one. And two, in the second half, we made some mistakes. But the first half, we saw it, we played compact, and we defend well, we cover well, and we attack at the time we wanted to. We kept the ball. But the second half, we made some mistakes, and that is football. You have to make mistakes to lose the game. And when you concede a goal, it's get tough. So at least coming back with one goal and see that yes, we could still score Ghana and make the move, I'm satisfied.
So you
didn't work hard. Yeah, they have a good team, still work hard, they have good players. What I saw is that they play like before. Yes, but when it was a different game, it would be difficult to me. criticize a team that played well. Ghana may have some difficulty now, but they still have more time to work on it. Ghana has a good coach, very good coach. He's a coach that I admire long time. So he's a personal friend, but trust me, he's a good coach. I know he's going to work on everything to make Ghana better in the AFCON to come. Ghana has a good team. Don't underestimate your team. They have a good team. Yeah.
Yes. I can tell you, first half I wasn't so happy because we changed the system, and when you change the system, you want the system to work, and it gives us an opportunity to look at the system. So not so good in the first half period, but I think particularly once we got the first goal, then I think really the game opened up, and then I enjoyed a lot of what I saw in that system. So whether that's down to the system or whether that's just down to the fact that we scored the goal, the game opens up, and maybe whatever system we'd have played would have been the same end product. But we managed to score 3 goals. I think we could have had more. So as I say, there's a lot of good aspects of what I saw, particularly in the second half. As regards to going forward, all that does do is gives me some opportunities to think about different formations and changing formations in games. I am very, very conscious of what any introduction into the camp from local players. I'm very, very conscious of that. That's why I stay here for periods to watch as many games as I can here. But it's always going to be about competition, and when it comes to whatever squad, I have to pick whatever it is, 24, 25 man squad that I think is the best squad to get the result that we need to get. Sometimes injuries can give others an opportunity, and we of course had an opportunity for both players from Liberia, and I think both done well, and particularly Jonathan coming on in that last minute and giving the team a real lift, I think, in that period, particularly when the game opens up. But really pleased for Hamid as well to make his debut. So I think that's probably for them too. I think that's great encouragement. It's great encouragement for more of our local players to want to aspire to. Well, ultimately it's also about getting the right result. So the game is not played over 45 minutes. The game is played over 90 minutes. And you are right. In some recent games, we haven't played to the level that we would have liked to in the first half period, and that's my responsibility. I am the coach, and for any difficulties or problems that I see, it's for me and the team to solve their problems. And it can be the other way around. We start strong and finish not so good. So we always accept if there's aspects of a game we haven't done well enough, and that's always areas for us to improve on. On the first question, I would have to say first and foremost that the decision to where the games are played are, of course, decisions by the association. For myself personally, what I would never do, because I've been around a long time and played at lots of clubs and had lots of experiences, I would always appreciate wherever we play and whatever crowd we play to. So the only thing I can do is speak about today. The crowd were excellent today, and I think they grew with us as the game got better and our performance got better. The crowd got louder, and I think probably the fact we haven't played here for a while had something to do with it. And it's, of course, for everybody, it's good to be back here. But as regards where the games are played, that's not my decision.
It feels good. The other players we look up to, and not only a lot of the senior players in the squad, and it's also a motivation for us. Like being on the same pitch with them, scoring goals is motivation, and this keeps me going because one, I was watching on the TV, and now you're on the pitch with him, doing great things for Ghana. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I understand the question with players getting playing times at their clubs. The problem always is that one, this is not my problem. I ideally would love all the squad to be playing regular at their clubs, but generally this is not the case. Some play regular, some play sporadically. Some play at a very high level, some play at a level not so high. So the most important thing is that when they're with us, it's about what you can get out of them in 2 days, which is difficult. We only have 2 days training before the first game. But it's picking a side that you think can compete well, can get a result, and in this second game, it was very much for us to try something different as regards to the formation that we played. Play some players that are very much part of what we do that didn't play in the first game. And that's a hard balance, because on top of that, what you want to do is it's important to win the game also, just for the feel of the group, and of course going forward. And of course for us to score, disappointed to concede the goal at the end, but to score 3 goals, and in a game where maybe we could have scored more, then I have to be happy with it. You can always look to improve. And the really good advantage of this game was that, as I said, before the Central African Republic game, we in effect had 2 days training. So if we didn't have this second game, then probably the players would have gone back to their clubs the next day, and in effect we would have had them for 2 days training and 1 game. So this was important because we were able to do some work with them leading up to the second game. We tried a different formation because I think these are the type of games where perhaps we can try things. Even though it's not to the detriment of the result, we still want to win the game. We still want to be as strong as possible. But certainly I've seen enough in the 2 games to always give me confidence. There's still things we could have done better. Today in the first half, I thought we gave the ball away. The pitch was difficult, with obviously with the rain, but I thought we gave the ball away too easily at times in that first half period. And sometimes you need that to settle into the game, and sometimes you need to get that first goal to calm everybody down. So, but I've seen enough in the 2 games to be confident and optimistic, and looking forward, of course, to the next game. Regards where we play our games, and the fact we've scored goals here and maybe not so many goals in Kumasi. I again can tell you that we are subservient to decisions that are made, and decisions that will be made certainly above us on where the games are played. But we've had excellent support whatever the games are. This is for sure. And whether it's a full stadium, 50% full, 25% full, we have a Ghanaian support crowd that are very, very much behind us. So for us, our responsibility is to do the best job we can on the football pitch, whether that be in Kumasi, Cape Coast, here. It's our responsibility to try to do the best job that we can.
Here I would say it has, because my first debut goal for Ghana was in Kumasi, and it's my community, and it helped Ghana qualify for the African Cup, and yeah, I'm highly motivated.
One area, if one of the concerns has been that we haven't scored enough goals, then certainly one of the pluses of being is that we haven't conceded so many. And if we haven't conceded so many, then that is also a big part of what the goalkeeper does. So we work with the quality of keepers that we have, and we are very, very happy to work with them, and they're very, very much part of any win that we have, any result that we have, certainly the result when we don't concede goals.